Here's the airplane upside down now. Okay, now see this wire here? Oh, I don't know how thick it is. Let's measure it and see. It's really thin, right? What's that? 12 millimeters? About 12 millimeters, the wire itself. Okay? This is what I'm going to use to strengthen the bottom here. Now you see, we're going to go across, make my first bend here, and go up about that far. Okay? Okay? So now, you see how I'm going to bend this. Okay? It's going to come across. It's going to come across and joins the other side. And I'll show you how we join this stuff. It's so easy. Okay. Get this angle here so this goes straight across, right? Okay. We come down a bit, right about there. Right? Now, with my finger, I'm just measuring it rough. There. Okay, so I'm going to hold this. I'm going to bend the wire the same angle as that one. Right, so I'll be around here. And I'm going to bend that in so it's a similar angle. Okay. So it's too long. I'm going to trim it off a bit. So there. Now we wear it looks like this. If we see when we put it on here, it goes like that. So, how do we get that to stay on, do you say? Well, we use shrink tube. Okay. I haven't got any enough right here. I will look in another container. And we'll get some shrink tube. You go on here, okay? I'll get some shrink tube and be right back. Okay, so you see here, I put 2 pieces of shrink tube on. Okay? Now I'm going to take this wire and I'm going to stick in this first shrink tube. Right like that. Then I'll grab the second piece of shrink tube. And we're going to adjust this wire to straight across the two. Right? Just like that. Okay? Now we'll shrink the shrink tube. You'll be surprised how fast this makes your plane stable with the landing gear. There's not like a lot of resistance because, I mean, it's a 12 millimeter wire. I don't even think you have to go that thick. Shrink the shrink tubing down. Just going to cinch on for us. Well, my lighter ain't working too good today. That sucks, eh? Oh, here we go, a little more flame. Okay, so there. Now that's been shrunk on. Okay, now if you'll see, that really adds to the strength. Just to cap it off, what I'm going to do is add a couple of zap straps, some little ones, right? Put 2 on each side, okay, just to help the shrink tubing. Hold on to this thing. Trim these off. And that'll be a really good reinforced landing gear. I find that all the wire ones I've ever really had have all been too springy, too bouncy. So if we just put one small wire brace like this across, and then the combination of the shrink tube and the zap straps, okay, and now it's not coming off. No siree. Okay, so there we go. That's finished now. Okay, that's a simple, easy upgrade for the landing gear on this. I don't care what plane you're flying. I believe that this mod is good for everybody. It'll make your landing gear more rigid. Way, way, way less bouncy. I tell you, I had a similar setup on the other one. What you call it? EPP FPV airplane. And I used a wire landing gear. I had a nice aluminum one on there, but it was too low. I had to get the front end up off the ground more, so I have better lift on takeoff. And well, the wire landing gear I used were tall enough, but when I came into land, they were like big springs and bounced me all over the place. Very hard to control. So I put the same as this has on it now, this wire strut on the landing gear, and it's just, what a difference for such a simple mod. What a huge difference it makes for the actual landing gear of this airplane. Okay, so let's set this aside here, and I know that it ain't gonna stay balanced unless I put some LiPos up front. So there now. Now, yeah. Oh, you can't see that, can you? Huh? But no, there's hardly any bounce there now at all. It's very solid. That's going to work very good for landing gear. And it still keeps, you know, you still got quite a bit of ground clearance. Might catch a little bit of grass. But for the amount of bounce it stops, I think that's worth every weight. Every bit of weight it adds, that little bit of shrink tubing and wire.